Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Daily Drive. Welcome to Becoming Unlimited. Thank you for being here. I'm going to get this shared into my Facebook group real quick, which I will talk about at the end of this video. But welcome to the Daily Drive. If you are new here, this is just how I choose to live in my purpose a few times a week. I went on I'm still on a personal growth journey that I started a few years ago. And through that journey, I just kind of learned that my purpose in life is to just continue to grow so that I can speak openly, publicly, and vulnerably about mental health and anxiety. I was diagnosed with anxiety officially in 2010, but felt a lot of the symptoms of that before being diagnosed with anxiety. In fact, back pain and just overall body pain sent me to the emergency room years ago, and that is how I learned that I had anxiety, because in the emergency room they were like, hey, all of this back pain and nausea that you're feeling is because of anxiety. You should go see a doctor and figure that out. And so I did, and it just started this journey of figuring out anxiety and mental health. And right now I take 60 milligrams of Cymbalta every day, and I manage my anxiety. I live life with anxiety every single day. I do things to stay on top of it, be in control of it. Sometimes I'm not in control of it. Sometimes I live in some feelings a little bit, but the Daily Drive came out of that growth journey. And initially it was just a worksheet that I made as kind of like a journal prompt to push me through the day, because I learned that intentional thinking, small step goal setting, and gratitude are some of the most important things you can do to stay in control of your mind. And so that's why I created the Daily Drive, and it has just evolved into me learning that I love speaking about anxiety. I love helping people understand anxiety differently. I love helping people understand mental health differently. And so just from getting in control of my own anxiety, I learned that this is what I love to do. And so that's why I bring you the Daily Drive. And when I started the Daily Drive a couple of years ago now, I did it on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which, side note, I'm kind of missing a little bit. So let me know in the comments if you like the Tuesday and Thursday feel, or if you miss the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday feel, because I'm kind of missing that a little bit. I did Motivation Monday. Every Wednesday I talked only about gratitude, and then Friday we talked about Freedom Friday and how you could get mental freedom. And then my schedule changed a little bit, and so we evolved into Tuesday and Thursday. And so today I want to kick it old school a little bit. I've been doing that a little bit lately as I am like recovering myself, right? And I want to talk about gratitude, because gratitude is one of those things that when I learned deeply what it can mean in your body and what it can do to help you be in control of your thoughts, I understood it differently and now use it differently in my life. So we're going to talk about gratitude today, but we're going to talk about something specific. So say hey when you hop on. Let me know you're here. Give me a good morning in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. I like to know where I am connecting with. My pastor at church, when we're watching online, she shares that we're connecting over space and over time. And I love that, because social media and the internet is just that. I can connect with people from all over the place, and you can watch this at a different time in a different place, and I love that. So anyway, let me know where you're from. I want to talk about gratitude brain. Again, gratitude is one of the 3 parts of the Daily Drive, because when you understand gratitude fully, you can use it to then redirect and be in control of your anxiety. And what do I mean, understand it fully? Okay, if you're like me, or maybe you're not even like me, maybe I think gratitude and being grateful is one of those kind of like universal things that we've all at least heard about, right? But I grew up, going to church and doing all the kids kids ministry and youth ministry and all of those things. I grew up doing all of that stuff at church, right? And so gratitude, is the thing you do on Thanksgiving. It's the thing you talk about in church for a couple minutes. Maybe you do a I'm grateful for practice in children's ministry where you're grateful for, like, you're coloring your crayons or whatever, right? We don't think deeply about gratitude. Gratitude just tends to be one of those like fluff, like, oh yeah, we're grateful things, right? But I want you to understand that gratitude, the practice of gratitude, does something deeper in your body. It's not just words out there. It's not just grateful because someone told you to. It does something deep in your body. And what that is, if you're not new here, you've heard me say this a lot. You can probably recite it. The practice of gratitude, the emotion of gratitude, journaling, thinking about what you're grateful for, sitting outside in nature and just thinking about what you're grateful for. Again, doing a list of what you're grateful for, having a journal, talking to a friend, telling someone why you're grateful for them. Anything that you do that's related to gratitude in a positive way, right? What you're grateful for, that you're not trumping with something negative, right? Like I'm grateful for you because you cleaned my house. Or, I can't even think of an example, but positive gratitude. I'm grateful for this house that I live in. It's not completely finished yet, but I have somewhere to live and I have somewhere that can be my own space. I have an office that I can do what I want to do in, right? Gratitude in a positive way. When you are thinking about gratitude and doing gratitude practices, it releases hormones, chemicals into your body. Our bodies have all of these hormones and chemicals and things that are doing all kinds of different stuff at all different times. And we, believe it or not, can be in control of that. Because when you think about gratitude and do gratitude practices, you're releasing hormones and chemicals into your body. And those hormones and chemicals are the same ones that are associated with the feelings of joy, the feelings of bliss, and the feelings of calm. It's that dopamine and that serotonin that drives your brain and your body in a positive way. So when you do gratitude practices, you are literally changing the chemical makeup in your body. And I'm going to get to this in a little bit, but here's where that allows you to take control and change your anxiety. When you start having anxious thoughts, when you start thinking something that you don't really want to think, when you find yourself spiraling out of control in a situation, when you know that your brain needs to be redirected, when you interrupt that thought, stop that thought, and intentionally, on purpose, are telling yourself, you know what, I'm grateful. Maybe you're comparing yourself to someone else and you're feeling low about your body. When you realize that, you stop that thought and you redirect it. You know what, I'm grateful that I have this body. I'm grateful that I have 2 legs that I can walk on. I'm grateful that I have hair that I can dye pink and do what I want with, right? When you interrupt that negative thought and then use gratitude to change it, you're taking control of those chemicals in your body because you're changing that negative chemical into the happy chemicals, the bliss, the calm, right? And so we've talked about that before. That's not new news to some of y'all, right? Gratitude allows you to physically take control of your body's chemicals. But what I want to talk to you about today is using gratitude in a deeper way, because gratitude sometimes is a fluff thing for us. It's the thing that we do, like I said, on Thanksgiving. It's the thing that we do, maybe you spend November being grateful every day. It's the thing that you do on someone's birthday, right? Gratitude tends to be kind of a fluff thing for us. And what I want you to understand is that when you get deep with your gratitude, when you go from I'm grateful for my house to I'm grateful for my house because it allows me to serve my purpose by giving me a space to create content, to get on social media and talk about anxiety, to grow myself. When you get deep with that, it does something even different, even further in your body. And so I want to talk to you about understanding that you have a higher power. You have a higher purpose. For me, my higher power is God. I know that my purpose and my calling in life come from God, and I know that I'm serving that purpose because I love God. Maybe your spirituality is different. Maybe you believe in a different form of faith. But in the terms of what I'm talking about for me, because that's how it's easy for me to explain, my higher power that I honor is God. But all of us have a God-given, a universe-given, a higher power-given purpose. And when we remember that our calling here is to honor that higher power, that higher purpose with what we're doing, when we remember that, we can then take it a step further to changing and redirecting our thoughts. Now, what do I mean by that? There are 3 different sections or areas that I think about the most when I'm honoring God with something, right? And the first one is with my body. I'm honoring God and my higher purpose, my higher power, with my body. And how am I doing that? I'm getting up every day and focusing on gratitude, focusing on what my purpose in life is, focusing on positive things and where I'm going rather than the stress. One of the biggest areas in my life that this helped me with is stress eating and binge eating, because I could take control and remind myself that I am honoring God by turning to Him, turning to my higher purpose, turning to my higher power instead of giving into the stress of binge eating, the stress of food. I'm honoring my higher power with my body rather than honoring the stress. So with my body, I'm honoring my higher power every day when I get up, simply by allowing my body to be that vessel of my purpose, reminding myself that I'm honoring my higher power by turning to my higher power rather than eating a whole tub of ice cream or whatever it is, right? That area is where this has helped me the most. Like I said, with weight loss, with body image, whatever you want to call it, that is where this has helped me the most. I am honoring my higher power, my higher purpose. I am honoring my universe-given, my God-given purpose by turning to God, turning to my purpose instead of food, instead of self-destructive behaviors, instead of drugs, instead of alcohol, instead of frivolous sex, instead of whatever it is. I'm honoring my higher power, my higher calling with my body by using my body for that vessel, right? And then the next, along the same lines, is my mind. I'm honoring my higher power with my mind by focusing on what that higher power given purpose in life is, instead of stress and instead of the other things. Similar to your body, right? You're honoring your higher purpose by focusing your mind on that higher power rather than stress, rather than whatever else is going on. You see where I'm getting? You're honoring that higher power rather than giving into the other things that take you astray, right? We all have a purpose, whether you believe that it's from God, whether you believe that it's from the universe, Mother Nature, the trees, whether you believe it's from multiple deities, whatever it is that you believe in, we're all in this universe with a higher purpose that we probably don't even realize by now. I don't know where the rest of my purpose is going to take me, but I know that this is getting me there. I'm honoring my God-given purpose by using my body and my mind to further that higher purpose, right? The last one, guess what? Actions. I'm honoring my higher power with my actions. I'm using my body. I'm taking the next step. I can't read what I wrote on there. Serve. Serving my higher purpose rather than stress. I'm using my body. I'm taking the action to honor my higher purpose rather than stress. And what's an example of that? In my life, one of the perfect examples of that is when I don't feel like doing the daily drive, when I don't feel like getting on here and thinking of something to put together, thinking of something to share with you. If I'm going to give into the stress, I'm going to cancel the daily drive and sit on the couch and not share with you what I'm going through and how that affects my anxiety and my mental health. If I am honoring my higher purpose, if I am serving my higher power rather than the stress, then my action will be following through with the daily drive, getting on here and telling you, hey, I'm not feeling great today, but this is what I'm doing to be in control of it, right? You are honoring your higher power with your body, your mind, and your actions. And how do you do that in the moment? What are we talking about? Gratitude. You use gratitude to redirect. When you feel like you would rather sit on the couch and eat an entire pizza than go do something else, use gratitude to redirect that. I'm grateful that I can honor my higher power by turning to it in times of ... fill in the blank. When you go deep with that, when you add that you're not just grateful for your higher power, your higher purpose, but you're grateful that you can honor it by doing this. I'm grateful that I can honor my calling, my higher purpose by getting on here and sharing this information with you. I'm grateful that I can honor my higher purpose by doing something to grow myself. Because guess what? If you're not filling your own cup, you're not going to be able to fill anyone else's cup. And we all know that, right? I have printed and hanging on my wall, I am here to connect with energy, abundance, and happiness in order to grow into my own potential, because there's still potential to come, in order to grow into my own potential while showing those with mental health that mind control is possible. The more I live into my own potential, the more I show you how to control your anxiety, because I'm controlling mine. And I created that purpose statement intentionally to remind me that it's okay to work on myself in order to get closer to where I want to go. Because if I'm not changing who I am on the inside, how I think, how can I share that with anyone else? My goals in life are to give a TED Talk, to speak around the world, motivational speaker, inspirational speaker, whatever you want to call it. And the only way I'm going to get there is to keep doing it, to keep showing up and growing and learning and sharing. And that's what I do. So when I need to remind myself, when I get to remind myself that I can turn off the Ben and Jerry's and turn on serving my higher calling, I use gratitude to redirect my mind there. Honor your higher power with your body. Honor your higher power with your mind. Honor your higher power with your actions by turning to that higher power, that higher purpose, when you need to redirect your mind, turning to that instead of stress. Honor your higher power with your body by turning to thoughts of your higher power, actions of your higher power, instead of stress. When you need to do that, use gratitude to redirect you there. And remember, it takes 90 seconds to shift energy and emotion in your body and brain. So you get to give yourself more than 90 seconds to make this flip. I am grateful that I can honor my higher power by turning to it in times of stress, by turning to it when I need to take action, by turning to it when I need a mindset flip. Get deep with your gratitude. Get past the I'm grateful fluff. I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for my car. I'm grateful for my cat. I'm grateful for my dog. Get deep with it. Why? What does that do inside of you? I am absolutely grateful for my pets because they do things emotionally for me, right? Why? Get deep with that gratitude and always use gratitude to redirect because you are taking control of those chemicals. If you are expressing, I am grateful that I can turn to my higher power instead of a bottle of vodka, you're going to turn to that purpose. That is going to be your focus. Honor your higher power with your body, your mind, and your actions by turning to that higher power using gratitude instead of giving in to the stress. When you're honoring your body by turning to your higher power, by turning to God instead of eating, instead of sitting on the couch, I turn to God when I need the oomph to go for a walk outside. I'm grateful that I can get outside and go for a walk and soak in God's love and God's sun, right? It's not all about weight loss, but that's the thing we think about the most when we're thinking about our body. When I start comparing myself to other people, I get to remind myself, I'm grateful that I have this one unique, higher power, God-given body, right? Don't bail out on me because I'm talking about God. When I say God, it's whatever that higher power is for you, right? Honor your higher power with your body, your mind, and your actions by using deep gratitude to redirect those thoughts in times of stress. I promise you, it will start to change. The more you do this over time, gratitude should be a practice that never ends. It should be a daily, intentional part of your everyday life. And when you adapt that, when you specifically use gratitude to interrupt thoughts and redirect, it becomes easier. Eventually, those thoughts just go away and you're thinking what you want to think. I know this because I went from living in the darkness of the autopilot brain to thinking what I want. And yes, I still have moments where things creep in. And when I can get back in control, I use gratitude to get there and to stay there. Use gratitude to redirect, but get deep with it. Why are you grateful for this? What does this do in your life? And honor your higher power with your body, your mind, and your actions by using gratitude to redirect in times of stress. I always drop the daily drive in the comments so that you can get the worksheet too if you want to use it. So I will drop it down there and you can grab it if you want to and create your intentional thought for the day. I love y'all so much. My joy jar is one of the ways that I show intentional gratitude often. And today I wrote gratitude givers because guess what? When you give gratitude often, when you use gratitude to redirect, when you tell other people why you're grateful for them, when you tell the universe why you're grateful for it, when you give gratitude, you will receive abundance in return. I promise you will receive so much in return when you just give gratitude. All the time, constantly. So y'all go in the joy jar, gratitude givers, because when you give gratitude, you're open to what the universe has intended for you to receive. If y'all would do me a favor and check out dailydrivecoaching.com, scroll down to the bottom, put your email address in, and hit subscribe. You'll get content from me. All of these daily drives are on there. Blog posts, my shop, all kinds of stuff. You can see that on dailydrivecoaching.com. You can see the coaching services that I give. I don't just come on here and talk on social media. I can actually be available to help coach you in your daily or weekly life, or a one-time kickstart, a group thing, a spiritual unblocking. I do offer coaching services that you can get in on other than this. And you can find that on dailydrivecoaching.com. If you are not part of my Becoming Unlimited Facebook group, tagged here in this video, or just look for Becoming Unlimited on Facebook. It is just a free community of support where you get these daily drives, a little bit more content about unlimiting your thoughts and your mind, and like I said, just a community of people to know that you're not in this mental health and life journey alone. That's Becoming Unlimited on Facebook. If you are checking out Daily Drive Coaching on YouTube, do me a favor and hit subscribe and turn on notifications, and turn on notifications for all of my social media, because I will never ask for a fee for what I do here on social media. I just ask that you help me continue to spread mental health awareness and continue to break the stigmas around mental health by subscribing, turning on notifications, interacting with me, commenting, liking, tagging a friend, sharing a video, all of those things. It all gets me closer to my overall purpose in life, which is to speak openly, publicly, and vulnerably about mental health wherever I can. So I appreciate it more than you even know. That's Daily Drive Coaching on YouTube. I love y'all so much for tuning in. Remember, gratitude, deep gratitude, 90 seconds or more, can literally and physically change the chemical makeup of your body. When you need to redirect your mind, use gratitude to redirect and remind you that you are honoring your higher power, your higher purpose with your body, your mind, and your actions. And be grateful for all of that. How can you use your body? How can you redirect your mind? And how can you take action to honor your higher power and your higher purpose rather than stress? I am grateful that I can honor my higher power and turn to it in times of fill in the blank. Y'all, turn to that higher power. If you don't know what that higher power or higher purpose is, figure it out. Go on a growth journey. Get into some spiritual practices that you've never tried before. Just get deep with it, and get deep with your gratitude, because it changes your chemical mind. I love y'all so much. I'm going to stop rambling. I think you get the gist of what I'm saying. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you soon. I love you.